right?
This week. Try this weekend before the storms on Sunday.
I'm trying to go away.
All right, Doug. Thank you.
Hire some goats. That'll take care of it for you.
Well, thinking about a summer road trip, well, if you're considering renting an electric vehicle for the first time, like I did, you may need a crash course in how to actually drive one.
Now you tell me. Several rental car companies are now offering EVs, but as consumer reporter Susan Hogan tells us, renting one requires a little more knowledge before you actually drive off the lot.
For decades, renting a car was pretty simple. Just pick a size, style, and off you go. But now, many rental car companies, including Hertz, Avis, and Enterprise, have added electric vehicles to their fleets to give customers an eco-friendly alternative.
Second lane to the left.
But driving one of these things? Where do I start? Let's just say it's not the same as getting behind the wheel of a gas-powered car.
No, nothing like it.
Michael Brooks with the Center for Auto Safety warns newbie EV drivers, if you want to rent an electric car, you're going to need to do your homework.
Yeah, I would suggest doing homework. I would even suggest maybe going to a dealership first and doing a test drive.
Never having driven an electric car, I set out to give it a try. I reserved a Tesla Model 3 since it seemed to be the most popular choice among rental car companies. I booked the car through Hertz and briefly watched a video tutorial that popped up after I reserved the car. The first thing I noticed, there's no key or key fob. It's a key card that has to be placed on the console behind the cup holders. Only then will the car turn on. And just when I was about to refer back to that video tutorial to find out how to actually put the car in gear, a very helpful Hertz rental car employee came to my rescue.
If I want to go to drive, I push it down. I push it down.
Yeah. Adjusting to Tesla's technology was also a learning curve. The giant touchscreen tablet is the command center for all things.
So go to steering, under mirrors.
It's where you adjust mirrors, turn on the wipers, check battery life, look up charging stations, set the temperature. It's a little confusing to navigate, especially while driving, since it's not in front of you, but thankfully, there's a voice control function that allows you to keep your eyes on the road.
All right, ready?
And with that, my producer Amber and I are off.
Getting crazy.
Almost instantly, I noticed something totally different. When I needed to slow or stop the car, the brakes are automatically applied when I removed my foot off the accelerator.
That's regenerative braking.
And it's not just a Tesla thing, it's all EVs.
Pretty much every EV and even some hybrids have regenerative braking, and it's great because it's very energy efficient.
Here's something else that caught me by surprise. I'm talking full torque as soon as you press the accelerator.
EVs, they store all of their power directly right next to the wheels, and they have instant torque, and they're gone as soon as you hit that pedal.
Part of doing your homework in advance is planning where to charge your EV. I needed to return it fully charged, but where could I do that? While Tesla does map out area charging stations, figuring out how long it will take depends on what kind of charging station you find.
Do you need to find a charger and wait, 10 hours or however long it takes to fully charge that back up? That's something that's really important to figure out before you end up in that crunch situation facing a big, a stiff penalty.
Based on my experience, here's my 4 cents before you rent an EV. Plan. Make sure an EV actually makes sense if you're road tripping. Charging your car adds time to your day. Download apps that help you find charging stations along your route. Take time to familiarize yourself with the car before driving. Watch those videos and ask the rental agents for help. And one more thing, minimize using the heat or air conditioning in the car because that drains the battery. And let's talk about rental costs. So the rental rate for 24 hours for the Tesla was $181.18. But add in all of the fees, it ended up being a whopping $230.10. It cost me less, though, than $10 to actually charge it before I had to return the car. So while it does seem high for 24 hours of renting it, if you are renting an EV for several days, it may be more economical since you're not paying for gas. I'm Susan Hogan, News 4.
I wish I had seen that 3 weeks ago. Thank you, Susan. News 4 at 5 is coming your way next here. And here now is a look at what we're working on for you.